Yeah. Hi. Hello, everyone. This is Shanmugaraj. Welcome to my channel. One of the aims of this channel is to build a global knowledge sharing platform in the domains of agile, project management, and leadership. You can join me and help me with that either by subscribing to this channel or sharing my videos to our friends. All right. So, having said that, let us get into today's topic. We are currently discussing some of the advanced topics in SAFe 6.0. Today's topic is facilitating safe assessments part 2. In my previous video, we talked about safe assessment on business agility. In this video, we're going to talk about safe assessment on core competencies. So let us get into today's topic. In most cases, assessing progress towards business agility spurs the enterprise to greater and more profound efforts that leads the business to explore and start to measure, take more specific action on some of or all of seven core competencies. Structured similarly to the business agility assessment, each core competency assessment has set of statements organized by dimensions rated on same scale, right, as of similar to business agility assessment. The questions go one step deeper to specific aspects and the areas of opportunities and concern along with of three dimensions of that particular competencies, right? The example of a report is illustrated here. So this picture talks about a report from team and technical agility competency assessment. So it has some seven dimensions, right? As agile teams, teamwork, value delivery, learning and improving, quality practices, customer satisfaction, organization and alignment, delivery execution, right? So this particular core competency will be assessed based on these seven dimensions. Each dimension will have set of statements and there will be some rating, right? So you can assess according to that. Running a core competency assessment. As with the business agility assessment, the scope, audience, and process for an individual competency assessment must be purpose built. Low results in agile product delivery competency might require that each agile release train in the portfolio assess its progress in that dimension, or perhaps an LPM assessment need to bring in the right stakeholders. In any case, all the guidance and caveats above apply, and attention to culture and careful facilitation necessary to get the right experience and results. So what we are seeing now is based on the business agility assessment, right? Business agility assessment has seven dimensions. The dimensions are core competencies. If we figured out some of the core competencies are going, downside of it, then you can take that particular core competency. Let's say it is can be of product delivery competency, or it can be of LPM competencies, and you go deeper into that, assessing that competency in each art train. The way you facilitated business agility assessment, so SPC can also facilitate here. After running, you can start analyzing results of a core competency assessment. The results of a competency assessment are summarized along three dimensions. But again, there is far more detail in the assessment and far more learnings than the figure alone implies. See, for example, here's a sample of questions for built-in quality dimension, right, which by themselves inform stakeholders and indicate improvement activities. Right, so these questions are like that. Our team adheres to well-defined quality standards. Our team practices both pairing and peer review. Our team applies collective ownership to our work. Our team testing practices catch defects early. So taking the assessment, whether the business agility or core competency, it's not a mechanical effort. It is a fostered collaboration filled with learning, and it sets expectation and communicates intent. So therefore, even the simple act of taking the assessment will be a significant step towards the improvement. Additionally, it can be helpful to analyze the data in following three ways: highest and lowest average scores. Highest average score represent those areas where there is a greatest success. Identifying this can help you to highlight the results of previous improvement efforts, and these strengths can be amplified further as required. The lowest average scores likely represent candidates from the next areas of improvement. The next way of analyzing is most and least standard deviation. Often the assessment will highlight differences in opinion. Comparing the standard deviation across the responses will illustrate where there is a broad agreement on the progress being made and areas where there is disagreement. The latter warrants further investigation as it may point to siloed improvement efforts or challenges with communication or consistency of the practice. The third way is comparison to a benchmark. One of the significant benefits of the assessment is that they can be used to show the improvement trends over the time. Comparing against a previous data set will immediately demonstrate whether our improvement efforts have successfully delivered the expected benefits. To help manage WAP and focus improvement efforts, it's recommended to use this analysis to identify no more than five assessment states that represent strengths and five statements that represent opportunities. The strength will be amplified and celebrated, and the opportunities will be acted upon, right? So, in the next step. So, third step after analyzing is taking action from a core competency assessment. The next step is to identify the activities that increase the proficiency, right? So we refer to this as growth recommendations. Collectively brainstorm growth recommendations for each statement that represent an opportunity. Then affinity group and dot vote to get to 1 to 3 growth recommendations per statement. Rarely it is the case that single growth recommendation can address all the challenges highlighted in the assessment statement, and therefore multiple activities will ensure that all facets are covered. Finally, across all assessment statements being addressed, these growth recommendations become potential backlog items that can be prioritized, right? So the picture you are seeing now is an example of three growth recommendations created for a single assessment statement. The statement was the teams of agile teams regularly demonstrate the integrated solution, right? So this is the statement. And the growth recommendation is create an integration environment for all teams to use, create a set of automated integration tests, make synthetic test data available to support more accurate testing, right? So this is how we can create growth recommendation and you can act upon it. Once you identify the growth opportunities, then you prioritize the improvement opportunities, right? To limit WIP and ensure that something does indeed get done, it is helpful to prioritize the opportunities and choose the one or two that will provide the most value immediately. Like prioritizing futures in the art backlog with weighted shorter job first. The same approach can be used to identify the best next growth opportunity to pursue. So the picture you are seeing is a simple table, it's a sample spreadsheet for calculating WSJF for improvement actions. So this approach will help the group select the improvement opportunities that yield the biggest impact with the least effort. The prioritized opportunities go into the lace backlog or a portfolio backlog or art backlog to be worked on as soon as possible. The backlog of a choice depends on the opportunities. For example, an opportunity to restructure arts by running a value stream and art identification workshop will likely be on the LACE backlog, while a recommendation to train all the scrum masters or team coaches, right, might belong in the program or a portfolio backlog. So if you go to Safe 6.0 website, right? So if you go to particular article of facilitating safe assessments, you can see core competency assessment downloads, right? For all the seven core competencies, the assessment downloads are given. so you can download it and use it for your organization. Finally, celebrate successes. Lately, change is hard, continuous change is more challenging. Intelligent enterprises use small wins to celebrate progress and inspire people to the next achievement milestone. There are many opportunities to celebrate, such as when a portfolio, art, or team moves from one level to the next in each assessment dimension, or perhaps even manages to change a single assessment statement from mostly false to mostly true, right? So, celebrating successes creates the fuel needed for improvement and advancement on journey towards the business agility. So these milestones can also provide an opportunity for organizations to gamify the business agility journey. So this in turn can motivate individuals and teams to intensify their focus on the activities that will help them achieve their goals. In addition, tying the improvement to the changes in the value stream KPIs and LPM metrics connects the effort to the portfolio's measures to overall success. So in this way, the entire portfolio can focus on measurement and celebrate growth and positive outcomes. So with this, we come to the conclusion of this video. Hope you guys got a fair understanding on how do you go about assessing safe core competencies, right? So it's going to be the next step, or it can be independent step now to a business agility assessment, right? So you can run the assessment, you can see the downloads, and you can use that, customize that assessment checklist, and you can use in your scenarios, right? So once you analyze, you figure out growth opportunities. Once you figure out growth opportunities, you can prioritize it, and you can celebrate successes with the small wins, right? So I hope you guys like these kind of videos that helps you to improve your agile way of working and your way of thinking in agile, agile processes and everything, right? So with that, I'm signing off. See you next video.